Okay, we're back. The audio just clicked off and was coming through a monitor instead of the right microphone.
Okay, there is a massive storm that is forming around. It is definitely supernatural in nature. This was not what was predicted. A secondary effect can be seen. Sebastian, could you give me some spellcraft?
Sure. I guess we'll haul Banta aboard. Give me a second. Sebastian has a spell for this. He's got a custom version of Air Bubble called Water Bubble that he'll cast on Banta. And we will stay close to me. Let me know if you start drowning.
If I start to drown, I'm sticking my head in your bowl. Your bowl is mine. Your bowl is mine. Your bowl is mine. Okay. Are you trying to move away from the storm?
Oh, I think we're going to follow the ship, which I assume is pushing this storm along.
Okay. The next set of spell effects is a lightning storm has kicked up. There's currently like these swirling tornadoes within the seas. A massive lightning storm has started. You can see like bolts of lightning in the sky.
Okay. Is he getting ready to fight?
Kind of. You get a feeling that might be what's happening. Okay, at this point, his ship does start to move.
Okay. Yeah. If he was sticking around like, no, we'll fight Diaboleth, we would have probably taken off, but...
Okay, their ship starts to move. At which point there becomes what do you call it? A tsunami. A whirlpool forms as like the water is like draining lower and lower towards where this hole was. Give me a perception check from somebody who is taking the risk of being above deck.
Ganzorig? Yeah, we're moving to get the fuck out of there. 49.
Mm-hmm. 49. Who's that from?
Ganzorig.
Ganzorig. Kate Ganzorig. Simultaneously, there's this massive like shaking sound. As you can see, this hole has been revealed as the waters have been pushed down. That's the massive hole in the sea. There's lightning bolts, etc. You see a glimpse of a black and white woman that appears to be dragging a corpse.
Oh, she won. Cool. We all caught a glimpse of her during the fight, right?
Yep.
The people that went down there? Good.
Yes, all those who went down did see her. I'm just going to go back to the...
Jin is going to go to the bow of the ship and actually give a bow to her. Like wave his light stick and then bow.
Okay, there's a few like lightning blasts that are coming as she's like popping herself up. You see her doing the short range teleport or something as she's dragging this body. And as this massive shaking starts to collapse this hole. Give me a spellcraft from Sebastian.
Yeah, Sebastian is in the opening of the captain's cabin with Tio standing there watching this. Curved. Tio will aid him. Don't know how good he is at this. Nice. Can't fail. +2. Sebastian's cutting remarks about how obvious Tio's observations are likely mean that Tio's going to be less likely to aid in the future. 28, though. He actually needed the help. I rolled a 2.
The total was 28? Or
28, yeah.
28? It's some sort of meta magic or improved earthquake spell that's currently going off that's causing a collapse of this hole. Normally, you need multiple earthquakes, but this one seems to be going for a much longer period of time. Like the shaking part of the earthquake is going on for normally, like the damage part of the earthquake is like 1 round. This is going on for 30, 40 seconds. Seems to be getting stronger as it shakes.
Is she large or huge?
She is large.
Large and in charge. Creepy looking.
There's this big burst of steam and magic as this hole collapses in on itself. And the orca lady is basically teleporting within the sea in one direction after a few lightning bolts are thrown in her direction from the sky. And the vessel of the Kraken is moving in another direction as it's leaving this hole, as it seems to be collapsing in upon itself. There's a powerful caster somewhere, because there's magic that you didn't understand how it worked, Sebastian. Yeah, that doesn't happen very frequently.
Sebastian's blaming Tio for distracting him. But I'm trying to think, and you're rattling off.
It's transmutation. Why? It's transmutation.
Plus, touching my ball makes the water cold. I wasn't expecting that.
I thought you were cold-blooded.
You don't want to mess with me.
Okay. After sailing for about an hour, the seas become calmer. The whirlwinds go down. It becomes not as big of a problem. Give me a profession sailor for the vessel. I think you are good enough to sail through crazy storms at this point.
Oh yeah, without aid, the captain's at a +30. So I don't know if you need a roll or a take 10 or.
With aids, you're definitely getting into numbers where it's fine. Okay. You are on your way back towards the oh my word.
Cauldron Rock.
Cauldron Rock, thank you. You're on your way back towards Cauldron Rock. The sun is starting to set. You go to basically both boats are kind of matching speed and sailing. What distance are you putting between the two?
Pretty close. A few hundred feet.
Okay. There's a signal that the master is ready to receive you.
Okay, we'll weigh anchor, I guess.
You could weigh anchor. You could try to keep sailing during the meal.
I mean, if we're going to keep sailing, then we're not going to send everyone over. So, are they not slowing down? They're like, come, let's feast, and they're still sailing?
Well, they're a massive fucking ship. They've got so many dudes. For them, there's no problem. Right?
All right, yeah, okay. So we'll send over a small delegation.
Okay.
You know the Kraken. In fact, isn't your nickname the Kraken? Doesn't that get confusing?
Well, I'm the Kraken priest. It is not the same thing. It is not the same thing.
As a Kraken ship. Got it. Who are we sending over there? And if you say vote, Captain, I don't know, there might be a mutiny. It doesn't appear that they're slowing down. Perhaps we should send a minimal crew, including some folks that will not make them angry. Of course, Sebastian thinks that he's part of it. He looks eager, like he wants to go.
We should not send We should probably send those who went below, but we probably don't want to send those who are not alive. Grimsby. He
That
is
makes
a...
sense.
We also need to send those who are not of... how do I put this? We're not sending Karen.
Very well. You've excluded some. Might I suggest not to send Daedalus?
That would also be agreeable.
He's fine whipping himself in the bowels of the ship or something. Creeping around here, being a creepazoid.
Yes, he's our friendly crustacean in the bottom of the vessel.
Hmm?
I think that Jin would be appropriate. Banta might be appropriate once he gets his breath back.
Yes, until then he's somewhat afflicted. I don't know if it's catchy.
Those who worship the elements. Ganzorig would probably be appropriate. I believe they worship the same god.
Oh, I heard they had a feast. How come Karen can't go? He likes feasts.
The Master of Gales. You don't know the story. He's very famous. He was lost on an expedition from the Imperium somewhere, lost his name, raised by cannibals. Believes very heavily in the food chain. Peak predator.
He eats people?
From time to time.
Oh, we'll just snack on these later. I like them a lot.
Jessica made French fries.
Nice.
Yeah, from
I guess
potato.
we'll bring Banta. Oops. Oh, I don't know. Doesn't sound like a fun thing if they're all cannibals over there.
It's not something that they normally do, but it's not something that's outside the moral. It's not quite the same thing as Blood Cove. That's what he says. He's
Okay,
much calmer in his tutelage.
I'll go over there just to make sure everything's okay.
Although if you're of a delicate disposition, you might want to avoid meats which you cannot identify.
Oh,
Stick to the seafood.
okay, they're like orcs then. Okay, I get it. I kind of just want to go over there to talk to Squid. He was kind of nice, wasn't he?
Squids are nice. Octopus are better.
Okay. So it's like, sure.
Okay.
Maybe send one of the other guys that are always just crafting.
Do you want to send Sun Wu?
Okay, yeah, he's okay. Oh, you want me to do what? What needs fixed now? Oh, we get to go for a feast. Oh, you know I don't eat, right? Oh, you could pack some food away. I've seen you nibble. Oh, okay. That's a mighty ship over there. I wouldn't mind taking a look around, a little closer look.
Jinshi. Bring everyone back.
Whoa, Jin's in charge. Yeah, Jin's in charge. Jin
No,
nods. We will take a boat over, a launch.
Okay.
We'll leave Krimlir behind.
Okay. You make your way over to the massive Kraken. It's actually relatively easy to climb. There are many ropes and things to hold on to. It is a Banta actually mentions something about it's like an oversized primal design. It's a very old style of ship that's really, really big. Some of the crafting you think was done through magical means. Very much a an expanded hodgepodge, and potentially it's bigger than it was when it was originally created. Like he's looking at how the ship was built. That, or there was a really big tree, because there's parts where it's like that part shouldn't be this size, but it is. As a big fucking redwood that was used to make that big, apparently. Some sort of gigantic tree.
Well, leave it to druids. Probably cast track growth on a tree and made it bigger and chopped it down.
I can do that?
I'm sure archdruids can do all sorts of things. The Kraken is a very hungry druid. I'd stay on your best behaviors. I'm so small that I would only be a tiny morsel to a creature like this.
Sebastian's going to yell out in Aquan.
Okay.
Squid, are you around?
Okay, a few moments later, Squid pops up.
Oh, hey there, buddy.
Waving
Ganzorig's
hand.
going to reach out and, like, actually put a hand out to, like...
Okay,
tentacle slap it.
there's a effectively a version of rock paper scissors that Squid wants to play with you.
Okay.
Okay, take a moment to play a game with Squid along the side of the ship. The seas near the Kraken, even though it's sailing, are extremely smooth. Your boat's keeping up, no problem. The water is perfect. You're just like riding along the wake. It's very easy to do.
Definitely transmutation.
Sebastian, now that Tito's not around.
Okay. A rope ladder is thrown down.
Yeah,
you
Jin
climb?
is large and strong enough that he'll just haul the whole boat up.
Okay. The rope ladder is extremely convenient. You would have to try to miss the rungs. Like the rungs move into the way of your foot as you climb. Basically, it's giving you a climb speed as you climb the ladder.
Well, is there a way for me to talk to you while I'm inside the boat?
The fish nods.
Okay, I'll see you on the inside.
Okay. The fish squirts its way in. The squid squirts its way in. You're brought aboard. It's a massive multi-decked ship. There are hundreds, if not thousands, of crewmen aboard.
Jin puts the boat just kind of off the side. He'll do a quick lash just so that a bump won't send our boat flying. He'll put the tripod down and then put Sebastian into the Sebastian's bowl into the tripod.
There's a veritable hodgepodge of crew. That you got people with. There is no distinct uniform. There are a bunch of different races, a bunch of different ages. There is a, although they do tend towards Ganzorig, noticing that they're a little bit older than you would expect. Like there's very few youngins, but it is a modern, a modern metropolis style crew. There's all races, all people, all creeds, all working together aboard the vessel. There's some cheering. You get aboard, they're like, hey, we're below. There's one old guy in the corner, Squid's friend.
And Sebastian's walking in front, like in this slow, imperious sort of walk on his tripod.
Yes, we're heroes. Yes, lead the way. Where is our heroic feast?
Okay, you're being led to a massive fest hall within the second under decks. It's the first of the underlayer. It'd be the first layer below the cannons, but before the next layer of cannons.
Yeah, Sunwoo wants to take a peek at the cannons. Like, how many cannons does this boat like this have?
This bay has 100
Along this side?
along one side. Yep.
Oh, they got 100 cannons on either side. Probably a few surprises. Wow, that's a lot of kaboom. The crews, though, you'd need like 300-400 people to man those cannons. Your job is cannon guy number 47.
Cannon guy number 347.
Yeah. I just picked one at random, but you get the point. And that's if you wanted one crew. with a few spares and some people. There's probably just 400 people on this boat that just look after the cannons and the gunpowder. Oh, one day we'll have a boat like this.
Oh yeah, you think we're gonna be pirating for that long?
I mean, it's been profitable so far. We got some nice stuff.
Well, that's half thanks to you though. You crafted half of this stuff.
Yeah, I know. Sodak crafts a little bit too.
Okay. Oh, you're taking to a... Oh.
Oh, I gotta talk to Sodak about who gets that one weapon rune.
Yeah, you guys got a decision to make, although I think we need to increase the power on some of our weapons before that thing can go on.
Okay. I'll trust the two of you.
Don't worry, I'll make the decision.
Everyone should be on their best behavior, as a reminder. Says,
Of course, I'm always on my best behavior, because I'm always the best.
Yeah, he's not always the best. He's kind of awful sometimes.
There's two Ganzorig and Sunwoo chuckling. Banta's like, oh, I hope they don't mind me making a mess while eating. Big bubble of water from his head. Perhaps you should refrain from... or stick things directly into your mouth.
Yeah, chew with your mouth closed.
Or maybe you should just put a bunch of things in there, make a big soup. Soup head.
Out of the way!
Sebastian, he's marching to the...
Okay, people are making way for the weirdos that are giving you some... some people seem to know who you are, some people don't. You're led to a massive fest hall towards the front of the ship. There's a couple hundred men in this room, in addition to yourselves. Big, long tables, like a long hall, and there is a very large man in some extremely advanced-looking armor on the far end of the room.
Is he a dwarf?
No, he is a human with a particularly solid beard, with a dwarvish favoring of beard styles.
Oh, he's Durakian, so... Jinsha comes forward. He's got the light out. He bows to the captain. We are the Marines of the Happy Barnacle, in allegiance with the dread pirate Harrigan. Thank you for receiving our delegation, Great Master of Gaze, Lord of the Kraken. And there's a deep bow from Jin.
Why, thank you for coming aboard and gracing us with your presence. His voice fucking booms. It reverberates off the walls. It's clearly heard across the ship. Like it's through the room, like it just penetrates.
As Sebastian was walking in, he's casting a spell.
Okay, what spell are you casting?
I just want to make sure I have it. I don't have that spell? Huh. Oh, yeah, I do. It's not in alphabetical order. Okay. He is casting Arcane Sight.
Okay.
I'm having a look around.
All right. There are currently 33 casters in this room with you.
33?
Yes.
Holy fuck. So he's got a troop of casters. Plus probably their version of Marines.
Yes.
What range of casting levels are we talking? Basically, he's going to make a report later of how powerful these guys are.
They're most of the people who you are able to read who cast spells. Yep. The highest spell circle that you see is the 6th. Then there's a bunch of people who have like seconds and thirds. The odd person with like a first.
Okay. And what is Boomy McBoom Pantsbeard, Master of Gales? What's he registering as?
He's registering as a non-magical being.
Most impressive. Yes.
You can see magical effects. You can see the effects around him. Give me a knowledge arcana or knowledge history or craft armor smith check.
No, we left our armor guy home. Knowledge Arcana is the go-to here. We probably haven't peed our cognitogen, so 38 on the Knowledge Arcana.
38 knowledge arcana. The armor that he is wearing an artifact. His armor is an artifact. You know that his armor is a style of imperial armor that is it enhances one's physical capabilities regardless of their physical capabilities. Like it replaces your ability scores for your certain physical stats. You know that this
it's like second ed and fifth ed versions of the ability score items.
yes.
Here's your 19 strength now.
Here's your 19. Correct. This armor is made out of chul hide, making it valid for druids. And it is effectively a powered full plate armor that can go deep within the sea. It was 39. You said,
yeah, 38.
38. You know that there's some story about him ransoming a kingdom to force their craftsmen to make him armor because he deserved it. So he sieged the city while they made him armor in his youth. This is something that would have happened like 25 years ago.
Very nice, very nice. We'll talk to you later.
He says to the guy who registers as a 6th level caster, to whomever that is, but
A pleasure to meet your acquaintance, Captain.
fucking Sebastian just breaks ranks and goes right up to the captain.
How nice of you to show off your greatest prize, aside from the ship, of course. The stories of you ransoming a kingdom for your honor have preceded you.
Your name is Sebastian.
Indeed it is. Pleasure to meet your acquaintance.
The little fucking tripod dips a leg.
It is a pleasure to make yours. Are you the one who led the expedition to the Great Under?
Yes.
He takes.
Of course I have. I wouldn't have gone alone, though. This is Jinshu. Banta also went on the expedition. The other two behind you are Sunwoo and Ganzorig. They were busy aboard the boat. There were others, and your companion Squid was instrumental in allowing us to travel quickly to the depths and to above.
Squid is
A rather
inquisitive.
being.
He's an inquisitive creature. He likes solving puzzles. It was reckless to go below with him. But is all's well that ends well, I suppose.
We were informed by Squid that this would be a thing that you would be pleased with us doing. We did not want to insult you in your domain. Also, we were rather perturbed that there were so many abolithic beings on the edge of your domain.
Many things tried to twist the balance.
Mm-hmm.
Upset the chain.
Did you happen to notice that the things that are upsetting the balance were fighting each other?
There's a reason we waited before closing their hole.
It was you that cast the great transmutation earthquake effect. I see. I see.
He has this crackling staff. He taps on the ground. Like
He thinks to himself, "Yes, show us all your toys that we'll one day steal." If you could read covetous on a goldfish face, go ahead. Of course, the thing is, we want that, but it's not Sebastian that would be wielding it. Like, that would be nice for our side.
it would be.
But, yeah.
Yep. All right.
Is there a feast prepared, or did you lie about the feast?
No, there's a feast prepared. There's a bunch of food being brought out. A veritable assortment of sea creatures, and then some land meats.
Do you have a healer that we could speak to? We want to verify that our assessment of one of our companions, Banta, over there, who was touched by one of the aboleth, is indeed correct.
Give me 1 second. I need to see his. We have healers. All right. We have healers.
And the Acunian over there seems to have made friends with Squid and wants to know if he could go and speak to him. We assume that there's some sort of portal or window or place down below that one can interact with your great and intelligent and curious companion.
He motions off to the side. There's this there's a pipe that seems to be running across running through the hall.
Yeah. He's more of a naturey ranger type person, not one fit for halls. This little jab that this is a druid throwing
Give me a diplomacy check. There's no bonuses. How did this come across?
Sebastian?
Yes.
He's joking, of course, but 22. Of course, Ganzorig is filling up a plate, and
oh yeah, there's a very very hearty feast. Like it's a very classical feast in terms of meat, potatoes, a very variable assortment, some other vegetable types, mushrooms. For people who are at sea, this is fantastic eating. Ganzorig.
Oh. He comes forward, kind of eating and drinking as he goes. He's avoiding all the meat at this point in time, unless he can purely identify it like it's a goose. Why? Because it's a goose on the table.
A fucking goose. Got a head of a goose, a body of a goose, There are meats that you can clearly identify. There's nothing. Give me a perception. Actually, knowledge nature check would be the one you would want.
Knowledge nature.
Mm-hmm. And it's to identify.
Okay. 17.
17. Nothing here looks like it was a people.
He'll stick with the things that are obvious, avoiding anything that looks like pig. Oh yeah, hey, you're a pretty powerful druid, is what I hear. And he just gives him a nod, like
you wear a holy symbol?
Yeah, he wears holy symbols of Acadie.
Blessed be the winds of Acadie.
Oh, she definitely dances above the waves.
He nods. You see, Ganzorig, you see him wearing both Akkadian and Istitian holy symbols.
Oh, and fuck that Grumbar guy, eh? I can't stand it.
He booms his staff in this little pattern. Doosh, doosh. Everybody stands to cheers.
Hey.
Ganzorig will cheer. He just eat big boyish grin, but that's pretty much all he has to say to the druid guy.
He points off to the side. There's a little porthole. you may interact with Squid or other friends through that port.
Oh, you got other animals down there?
Yes.
Well, what does Squid like to eat?
Clam is his
Is there a
favorite.
big plate of clams down here?
Yep.
Hey, Ganzorig stuffs his food into like the like he's basically made a little basket out of his own cloak.
Cloak.
And he goes up to the big plate of clams. He puts one clam off to the side, and then grabs the whole plate. And is now, oh, excuse me. He didn't care if anyone else was eating it. Squid, this is for Squid.
Okay. You find a porthole. You rap on it a couple of times. You see the squid sort of pops up.
So we're in the belly of the boat, or we're up?
So you're up here.
Oh,
There's
wow.
water that comes up to here. That doesn't make any sense in the physics world.
Oh, hey, how'd you get up here? Is there a big column of water in there? Oh. Oh, okay. Druid magic. And is it like a portal that's open, or?
There's a little portal that's open that you can basically
And
put
you
things
can see
in.
the top of the water and Squid's there.
Yep.
Okay, I just...
Well, and you think that if Squid wanted to, he could eject himself out into this room with his, like, it's not a huge porthole, but it's a.
Yeah.
You could jump down if you wanted.
Oh, can he sit in the porthole?
You can sit in there.
Okay.
If the ship rammed into something, you might have to make a reflex save to not like fall down the hole.
That's fine. He's just gonna feed clams to Squid. So does he treat you well there, Squiddy?
Yes.
Is he the animal companion of?
he is the animal companion. Yep.
Okay. Yeah, you'll just talk to him. You'll ask him about what other animals are on the boat. More so that he's curious, but I don't think we think we're fighting this boat, but
Hey,
Ganzorig's curious about how they keep animals on a big boat.
This Squid says it's the Ark.
Oh, I don't know what that means. Like an archway?
Do you currently have to speak with, or is this all through sign language?
Ganzorig has prepared to speak with animals.
Okay.
Since we started encountering this thing, he's got 2.
There are many sea friends and foes that live below.
Oh, and they're all friends with the Kraken guy, your master.
Very few are friends with the Kraken. Oh, the master.
Oh, there are other druids on the boat.
Yes, there are druids.
Okay. These are the other druid companions. See, I grew up in a place where you couldn't see the sea, just a big sea of grass and some hills, as far as you could see. And I always dreamt of flying. That's why I bonded with Krimler.
Krimlia is the horse Pegasus. He's going through words. Pegasus?
Yes.
Griffin. Is the Griffin. It is not just companions in the hold. There are those that breed.
Breed? Like, for what purpose? You eat them, or?
Some are food. Some are weapon.
Okay. Big druid ship is scary.
There are many creatures which are very effective at opening up other ships, like oysters.
Or crabs.
Just need to get past the hard part to get to the fleshy insides.
Yeah, he'll eat one of the clams. I assume they're cooked a little bit.
Yep.
All right.
It would not be good to. I do not want to be your enemy, Ganzorig.
No, we're on the same side. I think we're part of the 101 captains, and I I think you might get scolded later, though. I don't think you were supposed to bring us down there.
I was curious. I like puzzles.
I think your master thinks I was too dangerous. I'm not very good with my weapons on below the sea, but above the sea I'm good. Flying around, my arrows.
If things were bad, I would have swam up very quickly.
Oh,
Give me a sense move.
and leave my friends behind.
You didn't say he wouldn't leave your friends behind.
Not 2033.
If he had to choose between not dying and your friends, he would choose not dying.
Oh, that wouldn't have been good. That would have been hard for you to explain, and then there was a good chance we could become enemies that way. We
I don't.
we risked ourselves to help you, and good thing you weren't forced to abandon us.
We are friends. It's inquisitive, but it has a weird sense of morality. Like
Yep.
it is very like factual in its thought processes.
Okay, don't trust it completely. Okay, Ganzorig will describe the Acunian heroes to this thing, and ask it if it's ever seen anything like styled like the horn that he carries, and any of the shipwrecks or any of the treasures that they've come across.
That's a good question.
Well, I got a little picture for the for the horn.
Okay.
I'll just put it in as a token.
Nice. Acunians are archers, yes?
Oh, some of them are. Some of them are big, freaking strong men. They look like me, but some are bigger, some are smaller. You know, like men. He describes the Acunian heroes that he saw.
Mm-hmm.
They might have fought here a long time ago or something. I don't know. I think they lost some stuff.
I will seek. You'll look for things like this bone horn.
Same style. What was it? It was a bow. Where are my notes? Adventure notes. Personal quest.
The personal quest list. A bow, a lance, and a sword. You probably want to ask him about the lance.
Where did I have that written down?
You have that in the personal quest list. Inspired upon drinking the blood of heroes. The Acunian boar, an orc has it. The Acunian lance, lost at sea.
Oh,
the
there
Acunian...
we go. There we go. Okay. Yeah, he's gonna ask about a bow, a lost lance, or a sword, but he knows the lance is lost at sea. That's what I remember. At least one of them had something to do with the ocean. That's where I was going.
Yep. I will see.
Not that I fight with a lance, but I could learn.
You ride upon a mount, and merfolk who swim upon shark are most ferocious with lances.
Oh, okay.
As are sea elves.
Oh, and probably those Suhuag and those sea devils, sea sharks people.
Its tentacles curl up, and it makes like a warding off evil sign. The Sahuagin are the sea devils are a problem. They are unwell.
Oh, how come?
They
Just
do
because
not.
they're grumpy, or are they
They do
really
not.
bad?
They do not respect the balance of nature.
No, the ones that we fought climbed aboard our ship so quickly and killed a bunch of us before we could do anything. Very vicious.
It's nodding along. You don't think it actually thinks what it like. It's not sympathizing with you about them. Like it's agreeing. Yes, they are vicious, and yes, they climb aboard your ship and murder you. Yep, it's very factually. Yep, these are things that sounds correct.
Oh, okay. Ganzorig finds the squid amusing.
they 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 do not respect balance. They will strip lands clean, strip the sea clean of species. They do eat what they kill. Like on the bright side.
Okay, but that's not good. Okay, so they're like the orcs of the sea. So we don't want orcs in charge of the land, and we don't want Sahuagin in charge of the sea. Got it.
Yes.
What I don't like is they all try to tell us what to do.
The ones that we fought below will tell you what to do. We do not
Yeah,
want that.
those things are bad. Agreed.
Do not be touched by them, Ganzorig.
No, I saw that. They did something to Banta.
Banta merely smelt them.
Oh. Yeah, that's bad. But we got
You
healers.
you know that smelling is a matter of touching bits of the other being with your nose.
Oh, that's gross.
You should
Okay.
not smell things that are that ancient. It is not good for your flesh.
Okay. Okay. Good to know. Good to know.
One day I will become Kraken.
Oh, are you a little baby Kraken?
One day I will become Kraken.
Okay. Oh, I look forward to that day.
Right now I only have tiny spell. One day I will have big spell.
Okay, you're not so bad, Squid.
Okay. The rest of the meal. You're being brought food. You have a question. What questions do you have for the Lord of Gales, if any?
That was to verify Banta's.
Yes. They do bring out, or they call for healers. One of the casters that you pointed at. What the healer they bring to you, Sebastian, is cast fifth circle spells. There's a woman who is brought forward to look at Banta. She seems most concerned with Banta's color, actually. The fact that he's got none.
That was a condition that was there before. Just pretend he's regular color.
Are you certain?
It is a curse that is more of a. Think of, you know how oracles can be cursed? It is a godly curse that has no real problematic effect.
Don't worry about it. But you should see what I can do with finger paint.
What is more concerning is the gills.
Okay. Give me a moment. I need to roll a d20. How good does she do? He might have been with them too long. It may be permanent.
Okay, at a certain point.
I would recommend reincarnation, she says.
Whoa. Let us see if it wears off in time. Although, Banta, you're going to have to excuse yourself from the feast. The spell won't last forever.
it's minutes, so it's like
He's shoving a bunch of stuff in his. He's grabbing a bunch of food, and a big bucket of wine, or a big bucket of rum. Kate Banta's. How much time do you give him before the
a minute.
Okay.
Take a deep breath, Banta.
All right. Banta is gonna run off with the nurse to find a bucket to stick his head in. Okay.
You can go into the wherever Ganzorig went. He's went to talk to water things.
As long as you're friendly. Okay, Banta's gonna go and jump down the water chute.
Sebastian's gonna go talk to the whoever was casting 6th level spells.
Okay.
Was it arcane or divine?
This one is arcane.
Greetings.
Greetings.
Does Sebastian know who the level caster is?
Yes. Oh, give me a knowledge arcane.
53.
53. Yes, you do. Okay. Here we go. Okay, he's rather unassuming looking. He's definitely a pirate. His name is Beatrix Shmee. You know that he is a like a magus or a war wizard. He is rather capable with both a like a rapier and spell.
You must be Beatrix Shmee.
I am.
I heard about you setting ablaze at least 3 ships at the Battle of such and such, so and so.
Stories grow fins. And you must be the familiar of many captains. I would say Sebastian, like I remembered it, but I overheard.
Yes, Kulakek the Kraken is my 14th captain.
What happened to the 13th?
He's still out there. He serves Dread Pirate Berrigan.
What happens if they reassert their connection?
Oh, well. An interesting thought, but I think your assumptions are incorrect.
What makes them incorrect?
You think I'm a familiar? I was a familiar.
You're an awakened animal.
Much closer to the truth, yes.
But truly, are you ever free from your first master?
Also an interesting question. I'm not free from the great shadow that was upon him, that was upon me, but I have lived in the sun for quite some time. Pursued my own interests. Learned my own ways.
That you did. I do see psionics.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Of course
Sebastian doesn't
not.
like to admit the mind magics.
Whatever do you mean?
Of course.
But I am an illusionist of sorts.
Of course you are.
And a sage extraordinaire.
That part I believe.
We have need of a spellcaster.
What need is that?
We've uncovered a staff that we are unable to recharge.
Ah,
We do believe that an arcanist such as you would be nothing to spare a few six-circle spells over the course of a day or two to give us a few charges. Might be a nice thing to share amongst pirates who are on the same side. Especially
do
those
it.
that will be willing to brave the depths to fight horrible amulets on your behalf. This was not our territory, but your master's territory.
You've done something well. I'll do it for a price.
I'll allow you to negotiate with the captain.
Last I heard, you had Kulakek as the captain of that vessel. And you said you were... I guess you also said that, so I guess that's
Yes,
just...
as you heard about 36 years ago.
He's a good mediator. Sometimes indecisive. He likes to solve problems with words. Some things require action.
Too much voting, if you ask me. But they don't.
Very few things aren't solved. Very few things aren't solved with a maximized fireball.
Oh, yes. An invoker. How dreadful.
Sebastian, his opposed schools are evocation and necromancy. Like, I mean, he has items that allow him to cast, like, magic missile and stuff, but yeah, let me just double check. His opposition schools are evocation, necromancy. Like, he knows fireball, but I don't think he's ever cast it.
Yes, most dreadful. I'm sure you get along with Tio or Sunwoo over there as a budding evoker of sorts. Much more versatile than that, much less specialized. Tio is the one that bears the staff, converts electricity into cool magic.
There's a woman on the seas who does something similar. Be aware of her.
Oh? What is she called?
1 second. He warns you of... This is where... did I delete that map? If I did, I'd be very sad. I don't think I did. Here we are. Oh my. Did we lose her name? I don't know. We didn't. Lady Corvo. She's not really a lady. She can freeze a vessel in spot if you cross her.
Interesting, interesting. I'm not too sure if we cross paths with her. Where does she dwell?
Does tend towards Opara.
Interesting. She must not have been home when we were there last.
Lucky. Or unlucky. It's a rough place.
Wait, this isn't the woman that we stole the boat from, is it?
So it is, but I think I got the wrong person. I'm looking at the token. It's like, no, that's the wrong lady. He's trying to warn you of the lady that you stole the boat from, which is driving me up the wall. Give me a second. Because Lady Corvo and Lady Oro were different people that you did meet, and they were casters, but not freezing sphere casters. Give me a second here. I am having a stupid.
What was the name of the boat we stole? Sorry.
It would. You stole the De La Rosa.
Where is it? Right.
Yeah, it would be there.
Lady Junaria linked with infernal cold magic.
That's the one. Yes.
We have had a run-in with Lady Junaria.
That's it. Sorry.
Wait.
Lady Corvo is much more fun. A little bit of a dark side.
We did not encounter her at a bar, although I'm sure she's looking for us. More so our former captain, Captain number 13.
Those with the eyes of devils can see at great distances. Be wary at night.
Yes, the ability to see in darkness. Well renowned amongst devil folk. A good warning. So, about the staff.
What's he going to charge us?
All right, give me 1 second. It's the casting. Casting as a service.
Yeah, it's something times spell level times.
It's like 10 times spell level times cast level, I think.
Sounds right.
I think that's right. All right, we will just.
It's 10 times cast level times spell level. Hopefully, he's charging us the
minimum.
The minimum of the spell, and not, hey, I'm a 17th level.
Aha.
Give me more money.
Okay.
I think you only put one charge in a staff per day, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so
normally it'd be 1,000 per casting. We're on good terms. 900.
900? My calculations are this should not cost more than 660.
Is it 5th circle or 6th circle?
It's 6th circle.
10 times 6 times. Oh. Sorry. I gave him his full caster level. He's like, okay, all right. Minimum. Okay, we'll make it even 6.
I'm not too sure how long our boats will be together, but if you could spare one right now, I'm sure that we'll be able to pay the cost.
Certainly. It'll give me a chance to meet this Tio.
I'll subtract 660 gold pieces of glass beads.
Hey, the glass runner, yeah.
Okay, Sebastian trying to help out a little bit.
Okay. All right, so Banta is now in the pipe with with Squid.
Ganzorig's chucking clams at him.
Eating clams. You've got Sebastian had a chat with a strange mage. Sunwoo Jinshur, what are you doing?
Sunwoo was just taking in like the boat.
Okay, give me a knowledge engineering or craft woodworking or knowledge arcana.
The craft ship.
Craft ship.
30.
The insights that you get from the Kraken. This is basically the epitome of two things. One of the things is I use magic to build ships, and the other is upgrades. It's like upgrades upon upgrades upon upgrades. It's just making it better. This did not start as a tiny vessel or as a massive vessel. This started as a smaller vessel and got upgraded and upgraded and upgraded and magicked. And this is a veritable history of war and damage and magic that put this thing together.
It must have been around for a long time.
Yes.
Yeah, someone was kind of ignoring other people at the table and sort of looking at the ship and taking note of things and getting inspired for our boat. Or whatever future boat will...
Whatever becomes...
Whatever.
Yeah, whether this is your starter boat or whether you're going this is actually the long-term upgrade boat.
Mhm.
It is definitely a powerful ship, although it does have a pretty significant number of crew at this size that is needed to man it.
Yeah, that's the... You'd have to keep hundreds, if not 1,000 people fucking happy. Someone was like, maybe this is not the route we go.
We need an army of people. And all the critters. Yeah, I think this is a good boat to have as a friend, not something I want to be in charge of. I'd be crafting for the rest of my days for this, unless I could find some other crafters to do my work for me.
Okay, Jinsure, is there anything that you're interested in while you're here?
Well, he's interested in if the Master of Gales has any news or messages for our captain, who unfortunately wasn't able to make it over.
You can tell the old man that he's always welcome aboard. I always enjoyed his chats.
Any news or messages to Dread Pirate Harrigan?
Of course. He's a prick and he should feel bad for what he's done. Feel free to soften the language in any way with which you feel.
Oh, I would... Jin gets the... I would never change your words, Captain. You'll try to remember the words exactly. Would you like me to deliver these words via spell?
That is your prerogative.
Jin nods.
You're a prick and you should feel bad. so saith. You are Nagaji, yes?
Okay, you get a nod from Jin.
There was a tribe of your people through here. I'm assuming you met them. Am I incorrect?
I have indeed met some of my family and kin at Singhole. I have questions about these horrible things that are bleeding into our world. Have you encountered in your travels and druidic comings and goings any of the sleeping ones? Cathot, or I forget the name of the other ones, but
The damned angels awaken things which should be left sleeping.
so it is their presence that has caused these things to awaken.
If I was being charitable to the angels, I would also postulate it could be them awaking is what drew the angels. He shrugs.
At
The
least they are
balance
fighting.
is no longer kept.
At least they are fighting each other.
When an elephant and a tiger lock tooth and horn, it's not good to be the mouse at their feet.
Is there one side that we should help? Even a tiny bit? Because they are more reasonable to the arguments of balance. Or are they both irreconcilable? So far, my observations have been the creatures from the dark, the sleeping ones, and the aberrations pervert all life and are very destructive. Whereas the agents of the Dolphin Queen are misguided at best and hostile at worst. We have actually bandied words with some of the agents of the Dolphin Queen to save ourselves the effort of fighting things that could disease our blood with dolphin lycanthropy.
He's shaking his head.
Agreed, most detestable.
We do
However,
not live. We do not live in a perfect world. There is a lesser of two evils. There always is.
both left unchecked, especially with the declarations of the Dolphin Queen, will put us on a collision course. But at least we've been able to share words with the Dolphin Queen's agents. Perhaps there is a opportunity here to win against both in the long run. In other words, would we not want a sword of goodness to fight evil? We could always break the sword when we are done.
Have you seen the Eye of Fathoms?
I have not traversed into such a powerful storm.
It is truly a sight to behold. Should you not die in your meddling, I can take you there. It is said that a monitor fell through that hole. Fell off some mountain.
That perks up Jinish's attention.
Those who call themselves gods who walk these lands, they don't come through spell and portal like normal folk. And the Imperium, when they ripped us asunder, they did not do it in any simple way. You believe it, orcs were the problem.
Jin doesn't especially hate the orcs. He's really had very little interaction with
Very
them.
little interaction. Orcs can be controlled like any man. Satiate their hunger, satiate their greed. And they will become contented and happy in a dolphin-like lethargy. Once their blood and adrenaline and seed is spent, there is naught but to nap.
Did the Dolphin Queen come through the Eye of Fathoms? What Jin asks.
I think a lot more than simply the Queen came through. There was some sort of exchange.
Interesting. What was there before all of this movement?
A heavenly waterfall. Permanent in its beauty. Truly one of the wonders of creation.
Okay, well, Jin now wants to go into the center of the Eye of Fathoms to go experience a thing of creation. You think that's awesome?
Now there's some sort of island in the sky.
Okay, he has no reason to think this guy's lying to him.
When speaking of these things, his voice doesn't boom as echoey through the entire goddamn boat.
Yeah.
He's not rattling the rafters as the entire ship.
This island is the island of the gods, then? Have you been to it?
I've seen it. I have not set foot upon it.
There are those of my crew that are strong with their deities. There are more than a few that would wish to go to this island to explore. To seek the divine.
I'm an old man, powered by spell and sped fury. It is not my place to go to discover such things. I'm high level and I refuse to go because I'm
Oh yeah, Sebastian's not in the conversation, but he's like, "Why don't you just use reincarnate, dummy? Just live forever." Well, I think druids.
Druids do it, yeah.
Yeah, druids also can.
They don't
live a
get
long time.
old.
Yeah.
When they get to a certain age, they no longer get aging penalties. Like
No penalties get old, but they'll croak at like 100.
they just get dead. They just die.
Okay, Jin just quietly listens to this man. I will take you up on your offer.
If your crew wishes some other favor from me as a recompense for helping my precious squid,
I mean, this is a wealthy ship. I'm sure what they consider rounding errors is like yeehaw time for us.
this ship has at certain points in history besieged places like Senghor by itself.
And then like give us your wealth, and we go off. With
Yeah, you're
200,000
not going to
gold
give us your wealth. We're just going to hang out here for a few months. We're fine.
We are but a humble ship, and are poor in comparison. My crew would be remiss if I did not ask for riches. Jin says in a matter-of-fact way, like it really doesn't matter to him, but he knows that our crafters can convert
Money into stuff.
that wealth into, yeah. And Jin's got a few items that he wants Sunwoo and team to craft.
Okay.
He also Sunwoo will go.
Oh, if he has any +3 weapon rings, that would save us some time.
Or any spare weapons of magical power that are greater than that of ours.
Oh, yeah, greater than this formula.
You will be compensated.
Thank you.
What is your name, Venarin?
Oh, Sunwoo.
You remind me of someone.
Oh, thanks. Is the orange fur or my beautiful blue eyes?
Nervously holding onto his tail.
Orange fur, yes. Blue eyes, yes. Although he was a little more physically imposing.
Mm-hmm.
We would also like to offer our services if ever you need to have support around Squid while investigating a wreck near your isles, or to do battle with lesser pockets of Aboleth and other things at the bottom of the sea, we would be willing to spare you such efforts if you have begun to tire of such struggles.
Even after facing them, you still offer your services.
I believe that the greater balance is maintained. This balance seems to be a thing that is good to fight for. He has no desire for his people and all these other people's